guys, it's Sarah. Yesterday I got my eyebrows waxed, so I'm a new woman. Anyway, here's the latest news that's been happening in the past week. Fans raised money in honor of Harry Styles' 22nd birthday, and that just warms my heart. It's so wonderful. I think Harry will be very pleased with what we're trying to do. And of course, there's been articles about Harry and Kendall moving in together, and guys, this is no surprise. Every woman that Harry is linked with, there's articles out that say, oh, Harry's gonna move in with her. Like it happened with Caroline Flack, it happened with Taylor Swift, and now it's happening with Kendall Jenner. Guys, the funny thing is that every time articles come out about Harry moving in with this new woman, it never actually happens. It's just a rumor. But every time I see these articles, I just laugh because guess what? Louis Tomlinson is the only person Harry has ever moved in with. That was the only legit thing. Like they literally do this to every one of Harry's beards. Like, oh, it's been some odd months, so now they're gonna be moving in together. More Harry and Kendall yacht pictures are surfacing and it's 2016. Like it's been a couple weeks since Harry and Kendall have actually been on the boat, so it's surprising that we're seeing more pictures of it when it's in the past. I mean, these new pictures have to be surfacing for some reason, either because of Larry or because of Kendall. Because why would these old photos be wanting attention again? And not only that, there's also rumors of like Harry going to be like on the Kim Kardashian show. Like I don't know who's setting this up, but there's just been articles saying that, oh yeah, since Harry and Kendall are a thing and they're gonna be moving in together, Harry's gonna be featured on the Kim Kardashian show. Or sorry, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, can we ever get some truth in the media? I'm tired of these lies. I can see right through them. And I was gonna mention this in my last video, but if you look at the most recent RBB pic and compare it to the pictures of Louis with children from a bit ago, it looks like it was taken in the same room. Like, it looks like the same flooring and the same, like, wall and siding and stuff like that. And this would prove that maybe Louis and Harry are taking the pictures on the RBB account because it's the same room. So that was a little suspicious. And guys, remember like about a week ago, remember that guy named Brian who recently got his Twitter deleted by Modest Management? Well, apparently he came back a couple days ago. Maybe his account didn't get deleted, but now it's deleted. He was basically teasing us. He was like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna post the picture of the Larry cupcake date, whatever. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna post it. He kept like teasing fans a little bit. And then finally he's like, okay, I'm gonna post it. And then he posts a Larry Mannip. It wasn't actually the picture of Louis and Harry for their cupcake date. It was like some Larry drawing. And it's like, dude, we trusted you. Like, I kind of had a feeling that this guy was all fake too. He was all talk, whatever. Like, I didn't really expect him to post it. But he claimed that he never ended up posting the real photo because one of the boys from the band, like Louis or something, contacted him and told him, hey, if you don't post the picture, I'll give you like some money offering or something. Which I call bullshit. Like, it could be real. So he's basically saying, yeah, I do have the real photo of the cupcake date, but I can't post it because one of the boys contacted me and gave me like an offering. Like, that basically to me sounds like a lame excuse of like saying, oh, I actually never had the picture and I led you guys on the whole time. I don't know what to believe. He could have been lying. He could have been not lying. I have no idea. Like, I can't stand Twitter accounts anymore. Like, I don't know if people are trolling or not. Like, it's really hard to know anymore. But anyway, now his account is gone, so I guess we'll never know. There was a rumor going around that Briana already had her baby and she named it Lauren or something. But there's not enough evidence for that yet because we don't even know if Louis is the father yet. And plus, if she was pregnant, this would be blowing up in the media right now. It wouldn't just be like, oh, she had the baby, whatever. No, it'd be all over Tumblr, all over every social media site, probably on some news site too. Plus, I don't think she's pregnant anyway because Briana just posted a picture on Instagram of her with her big belly. Like, she's showing that she's still pregnant, like she's not having the baby yet. Plus, the Instagram photo of her showing how big her stomach is, it didn't look fake to me. So maybe she is having a baby, but maybe it's not Louis. So people need to calm down. Just because Briana has a baby, it doesn't necessarily mean it's Louis too. There's this recent Larry receipt, and actually it's not really a receipt, like this is actually true. But basically, like, Ben Winston's dad like came to this girl's school to like teach about science because he's some like science teacher or something. And he was like talking about Harry and saying that Harry has family in Yorkshire, and we all know that Louis is from Yorkshire. So here's the whole story. Ben Winston's dad, Lord Robert Winston, who's a very famous scientist, came to my school to officially open our new science building and to give us a talk. 20 people were selected to have a private Q&A session with him, and I was one of them. Long story short, he started talking about Harry for a bit in the end because he was talking about celebrities, I think. And the main important things that he said was that, one, Harry's lonely and he lives really near Professor Winston's house, and he likes Professor Winston's wife's chicken stew, so he pops in quite often, and he's going there for dinner tomorrow evening. 2, Harry has 3 houses in LA and 1 in Hampstead, London. 3, Harry impresses him the most out of the boys because he realizes that celebrity isn't completely important, and he realizes that fame is fake and all transient. And at the end of the day, His family and his attitude is the most important. 4. Harry has a family up in Yorkshire, and guess who lives in Yorkshire? 5. Harry's quite funny, and Professor Winston babbles on about some story about Harry and Ben Winston that I can't quite catch. So guys, this isn't like a fake receipt. This is real. She even had a video of it, like part of the video of him being at her school. And I watched the video and I heard him talking about Harry. So we already knew that Harry has a house in Hampstead because we think that's where Louis lives too. But I don't know why he has 3 houses in LA. Like, I know there's so many people who live in Yorkshire, but like Louis lives in Yorkshire and Harry says I have family in Yorkshire. So I was kind of thinking, okay, is Louis's family his family? Because Louis and Harry are together. We don't know. But I just find it funny that supposedly Louis lives in LA now, or he has a house there, and Harry has houses in LA. Like, this might be a stretch, but I just kind of think that Harry and Louis might be living together in LA as well. There was a new French article that came out about Larry and about like Briana's baby, but it was actually pro Larry. They mentioned Larry shippers being jubilant, like happy, without any real negative implication to it, as well as pushing the gold digger Briana narrative. They also include a line that essentially translates to, with or without Louis Tomlinson, Briana's going to be a mom, which could help to start the public accepting what we already know, that Louis is not the father of this baby. It also gets Louis and Harry into headlines together, even if the account Harry blocked turned out to be a troll account, which I'm pretty sure it was. They leave the movement to block the accounts open to interpretation, which will have more pro-Briana stans questioning Babygate. All in all, positive Larry news is good news. So it's nice to finally see an article that's on our side about things and actually agrees with what we say. Like, I'm glad they're not just jumping to conclusions and assuming like, oh yeah, it's totally Louis's baby. And lastly, what I'd like to say is that there's this YouNow account, and it's called Official Harry. Like, he never shows his face or anything. Like, he said he can only show his face until he talks to management about it. But guys, it sounds exactly like him. Like, you should totally look up Official Harry on YouNow. He has 16 broadcasts up, and the only time he actually showed like visualness to his broadcast is when he showed his boots. Like, guys, if you listen to his broadcast, at first you'll be like, oh, this is fake, like it doesn't sound like him. But guys, I kid you not, at night when you're listening to his voice, like it's very calming, so listen to it at night. As you keep listening to the broadcast, they sound more and more like Harry. Because I don't know like what guy would waste his time to fake Harry's voice and who knows like everything about him. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's tons of guys out there who sound like Harry, but it doesn't mean that they know everything about Harry in his life. This guy not only sounds like Harry, but he just knows everything. It's almost like Harry is him. Like, people are like, oh, he's not showing his face, it's a fake. I'm kind of iffy about it too, but he said he's not showing his face because he has to talk to management about certain things, and that's why he's using his private Twitter account. And when he was doing broadcasts with fans, he was like thanking them for their support, and he's like, yeah, I can understand why people would think I'm a fake, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's said things about Larry and about Louis, like he's like saying, oh, I can't really talk about Larry. Like, he was saying like he can't talk about certain things because there's been Larry shippers who have like talked to him and stuff like that. I remember on one of them, he says, yeah, I like Louis as a friend. So he said things where I'm like, I really hope this isn't the real Harry, because he kind of just denied Larry. But at the same time, he has said really cool things about Larry and about Louis. I don't know, at first it seemed fake to me, but as I kept like listening to these broadcasts, I'm like, this actually sounds real. So even if you guys think it's fake, you guys should totally go listen to his YouNow broadcast. And he says he will be showing his face soon when he talks to management about it. He says he wants to give back to the fans. But I highly suggest you should check it out, so I'll try to leave a link or something down below. Alright, so if I missed anything, leave it down below, and like always, I make a video once a week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!